Ain't got nothing to do with nothing, right? Wrong. OJ Simpson didn't do it for the same reason why you shouldn't take your black ASS out there to march on April 5th. Because OJ Simpson was an agenda. OJ Simpson was only a peg in the hole, to fulfill an agenda for these people that are at the top that cause so much just destruction in our country. All these leaders that are trying to get black people out there to off themselves, to be the face of martial law, to be those that were the culprits of taking the rights and the freedoms and the safety away from American citizens. These people think. These people think at another level, 3D, 4D. They think many steps ahead. OJ Simpson did not do this crime. You know why I'm talking about OJ Simpson? He was just someone to fulfill an agenda to get black people so riled up to where we will go and protest, march, become violent because of the anger that we have, knowing that injustice has taken place. And then all of a sudden we go out and march and they off us. Same thing. OJ Simpson equals Rodney King. OJ Simpson equals um, George Floyd. OJ Simpson equals Trayvon Martin. OJ Simpson equals Michael Brown. Do you understand? Are you getting the picture? OJ Simpson couldn't have committed those crimes. OJ Simpson was 54 years old, a running back that was completely broken down in his body, right? His legs, all his bones, all that stuff. You know what happens? These football players, they play for all these years, get knocked around and hit all their career. And then all of a sudden when they get older, they can hardly move. A lot of them have to be in wheelchairs, have to have canes. But they said that this man jumped over a fence in the dark of the night, jumped over a fence, killed offed that one of the Nicole Simpson's boyfriend, or the person she was cheating on, destroyed him. This man was in his 20s, and then he went inside the house and got her. So and then he was able to get away stuck scot free without anybody seeing him. Right now, OJ could not have possibly done that. It was physically impossible based off of the way his body was. But that's not what this video is about. It's about the lengths that these people that you can sit that are trying to actually get black people out and march, saying we need you. We need you to be a part of this rebellion, of this uprising against Trump and all of the injustices he's trying to bring to the country. We need you guys because we know your voice is the strongest voice. They're trying to give us platitudes. We know that without you guys, we're not going to be able to achieve our goal, right? So these people that we've always put seemingly, because black people have a heart. We care about the plight of others and justice being served even more so than our own lives being sustained. It's just the people we are. We're always on the front lines. And these people know, your majority people, your MAGA people that are now understanding they made the most destructive, evil, weird decision in the world by voting Trump back in office. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now they're trying to appeal to our better natures, the black people's better natures. We need you. We need you to stand in this fight because, yeah, we understand that we were wrong by voting this guy back in because he's taking away veterans' jobs and taking away, he's going to take away Social Security. He's taking away government workers' jobs. These government workers are mostly them from that majority people, right? So they're seeing the writing on the wall that they made the bad decision, and they know that they don't have the fortitude or the resolve to be people that organize a resistance or a movement that is able to shake the world and to get their agenda met. They know that they're not those people. It's not in them. They've always had other people fighting for them while they stood back and saw the change happen and were always the beneficiaries of of whatever good came out of it. But now people are saying, black people are saying, guess what, we're not standing for you. We finally, after all of these generations, understand who you are. You want us to get on the front lines so that they will destroy us, and you will be able to pick up the pieces and get the benefits from our struggle, from our sacrifice. Black people are saying no more. We're not taking it anymore. And so it's all about an agenda. Everything that you see in this country is contrived. It's been studied with study groups and polls to see how the people will respond and react. And the people that they want to see how who will respond are the black people, because and that's why they can't leave us alone. Everything that we've ever tried to do on our own, or every bit of success that we've ever tried to have or have accomplished, they have done their greatest, their best to try to destroy it, to try to tear it down, to try to say, you know what, this is not going to be beneficial. This is dangerous. We need to work together. We don't need to have any segues of people going in different directions, because this is America and we need to work together. This is a fabric that's knitted from all different nations over the world that come here, and we work together as a one people. No, that's the biggest lie on the face of the earth. They know that the black people are the movers, the shakers, like I told you before, the thunder, the lightning, the waves in the ocean. So they don't want us to get together and unify. They don't want segregation. They want to stay in our spaces, know what we're doing, track us, be able to see what we're thinking, because they are afraid of us. They know who we are, truly. They know the type of people that we are and what we can amass and what we can amount to and what we can build if left alone. So when this all of this segregation noise that's happening, yeah, a lot of black people, a lot of my people would love that, because then now we can funnel money into our own communities, build our own communities up, have our own teachers, have our own hospitals. Imagine going to a hospital knowing that the person that's taking care of you really wants to take care of you, really is there to make sure that your body it recovers, rather than to do some old evil nefarious thing to try to stop you from being able to even to get better or even stay alive. Imagine you got segregation in the land that flows all throughout this demonic, evil, satanic place, and black people are just dealing with black people. You think they want that? There, think about this. You got people that stand on the street corner that they call ghetto and thugs and all that, right? They have the cops patrol them, right? Whenever and even if they're not ghetto, quote unquote, they call us ghetto or thugs, right? We can't be in a large group of people without them coming around us to see what we're doing. We can't even spend a second alone without them being around us, right? All the spaces that we go to for business and finance, guess who's around us in large numbers? Because they're the ones that are the most beneficial, that benefit from DEI. They're the ones that are the recipients. They're the ones that get the jobs based off of not necessarily skills or being qualified, but because of who they are, because of the color of their skin. And you mean to tell me that these people actually want to leave us alone? No, they won't want to leave us alone. That's the last thing they want to do. They gaslighting you with that narrative. They do not want to leave us alone. They want to real find out what we're thinking, how we're moving, the direction we're going, so they can put a stop to it and in some way benefit from it. O.J. Simpson did not destroy or off that woman, Nicole Simpson. He was just like Trayvon Martin. He was just like George Floyd. He was somebody that was put there, right, to get the people, black people, riled up so that we'll go out in the streets, and then they can come against us and off us. Now, also, O.J. Simpson made covenants with Satan. O.J. said, you think anybody gets money or amounts to anything that's like where they can actually speak to the population of people and say words on television and on the radio unless they're vetted? They have to be vetted. They have to follow the narrative of the masters, quote unquote. O.J. Simpson was a sold out puppet to Satan's kingdom. And he knew that when they came and said, brought those charges against him, he probably didn't do a sacrifice. He probably didn't do a ritual. He probably was tired of it, right? He probably didn't want to be married to that woman they probably forced him to marry because they make football players and basketball players, these black men and that have this money, they make them marry white women. They make them do it because they do not want the image to be of a black man and a black woman united together. Together, those that have money and financially set, they don't want that. So they made him O.J. Simpson marry Nicole Simpson. And when it was, and she was doing evil things on the side herself. Because when you have Satan's spirit in you, they've all taken an oath. They've all sacrificed their souls to Satan to have the small amount of bliss, so to speak, on this earth to get the wealth, the money, the fame, the ability to influence people. Go travel anywhere you want. Go buy anything you want. Here's a black card. Buy anything you want. They gave their souls for that. And so she was doing evil things as well. Going to those little Diddy parties, probably before Diddy, but going to parties like that, it was like Hugh Hefner back then and other people, right? Doing all sort of demonic evil things, rituals with young folks, if you know what I'm talking about, doing all kind of stuff. But see, that's what OJ signed up for. So then when he realized he didn't do a ritual, he didn't do a sacrifice, because you know all of these famous people, all of a sudden people and their family end up, being gone or something happens, right? They do these rituals, they do these evil things. So then because he made that covenant with Satan, once he found out that he had, he didn't do a ritual, he didn't do something they told him to do, and then he knew that when this happened, he knew they're going to plan it on me because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. You made a covenant with Satan, and Satan wants you to pay it back. He wants you to pay it back. Yes, Tayo, exactly. It's sad, but it's the truth. When you forge your soul yourself with Satan, he has no care for you. He hated you in the first place. He just wants to give you a mirage. It's like he wants to give you this picture or this lie, and he wants you to believe that yes, this is everything that you could ever want. Just like when he brought Christ up to the mountain. He says, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world, everything that you see. All you have to do is bow down to me. Christ, of course, said, depart from me, Satan, so you shall serve the Lord your God, and the Lord your God only shall you serve. And Christ did not want to he didn't have nothing to do with Satan. Told him to get behind him. But these puppets and these people that are weak, people with the Esau spirit, that'll give their whole birthright, everything for the trash of this world that goes away. They accepted it. That's where all your leaders, all the world leaders, and all of the entertainment people that got all this money, all those people that are the movers and shakers, seems like they're always successful. They don't have to work for anything. They don't have to worry about anything. And then they try to get us to paint this false picture with us, the people that haven't been in those spaces, to make us believe we can achieve what they achieve when it's not possible unless you make the ultimate sacrifice, which is your soul. OJ Simpson made the ultimate sacrifice, which was his soul. So when all these things happened, and then they said that he did those things, being 54 years old with a broken down body, destroying, offing two people in the dark of the night. Nobody sees it, of course. And then they say and then they get all the people riling up all over the world, all over the country, people against whites against blacks and all that. See, we should have known back then. It didn't make any sense, but we believe everything they tell us, and right now we're believing everything they tell us. Nothing that is happening out in this world is organic. Nothing. It's all generated by those at the top that just want to divide and conquer. You take your black ASS out there and protest with those people on April 5th. Some people gotta just learn by getting knocked out, by getting destroyed, that it's not the right thing to do. So if you go and risk your life for this place, Babylon in the Bible. Are you kidding me? The place we're going to leave anyway. The place that our God is going to destroy. These people hate you. They're only the people that are going to go to this, that are trying to push this whole April 5th marching against Trump and marching for freedom and we need to come together. These people didn't vote for Kamala Harris. I didn't vote for nobody either. I told y'all that. I don't vote for none of them. I put my trust in the Most High God. But these people voted for Trump. Now they basically are finding out what they really got for voting for him, right? So now they want to bring you into their madness and get help from you to get them out of the situation that they could have avoided by simply going another route. Even though I know that voting doesn't matter anyway. They've already pre-selected their people, but it's all about perception. So if they can get a majority of people, not saying that the people vote these people in anyway, we don't vote leaders in, but if the perception is king, so if they know that a whole bunch of people voted for one person, they can push the narrative and they can say, yes, these people voted for him. So now we can make it look like it's authentic and nobody's going to question us. Nobody's going to say, hey, we didn't vote for Trump. We all in large, I'm talking to him, her, everybody. And we all voted for Kamala Harris. So this ain't real. This is rigged. See, they need the perception to be sound. They don't the perception or the vote itself is not going to move the needle, but they need the perception. The wicked ones need to know the people are actually behind their agenda. So if a lot of people vote for Trump, then even though that's not the thing that got him in office, if a lot of people voted for Trump, now they can say, okay, we can run with this. So you voted for Trump. You're the reason. Now they can plot people against each other. Like, why would you vote for Trump when you knew he was a felon 30 times over? You knew that he pushed racist narratives. You knew that he did this. See, they just need you to fall into their trap so that the narrative will be supported by what you do, right? That's what the vote's for, so that their narratives can be supported by a greater number of people. And so now when they talk about it and say, this is why this happened, this is why we went this direction, they can say the people did it. You understand? So OJ, I just and if you think back at all these horrific crimes that have happened when you had a black face on there. And I'm not saying everybody didn't do it, but I'm saying these huge figures, and they're in the news, and it seems like all the evidence is just so against them, and they just spend so much time just incriminate, just with all the evidence, right? That stuff ain't real. That stuff ain't even Rodney King wasn't real. You guys don't understand. Look at those videos. The way they were hitting them, we wasn't even hitting them. Look, that's another story. Because a lot of you guys probably just like you're so inundated by what you've seen or what you think you've seen that you don't do the study. Your eyes trick you, right? All of them were agendas. All of them. Because if they wanted to get rid of these people, they could have got rid of them just like that, right? They didn't have to let these people live and let you continue to see these people on the earth while this agenda's going. See, if they got rid of OJ right after that happened, it wouldn't have been as powerful because we had an image, a face to see. Do you understand? It's more powerful. You got an image to see. So all your sentiments, all of your thoughts, all of the feelings that you had that are associated with this case and all of these things, you can actually it comes stronger because that person is right in front of you. That's why they talk about the power of mindfulness, of uh, putting or visualization. When you visualize something, it becomes more powerful, more strong, more real, right? You can see it, right? And so it's easier to kind of believe in it, right? So that's the reason why a lot of the times these people that do these heinous crimes that we don't know and that have no stature, they have no power. They're just people that go like they go in and they, you don't know, no, you don't know them from Adam, but they do these things. They get put on the news and then they take them out, and you're like, they didn't even get a chance to get a trial. We couldn't even, we couldn't even, we couldn't even get this guy into court, But see, the thing is, they don't need you to have a visual of that person because they don't really, in the grand scheme of things, they can't push the needle of, they can't move the needle of public perception. But that's why they need people they propped up and put all in on TV in front of you all your lives to do these things in order to get you to invest in the agenda. This is big boy thinking. This is stuff that they do, and they tricked us so many times that it's just like, if the playbook works, you keep doing the same thing. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So they're going to keep doing the same thing. Don't bring your ASS out to April 5th, any marches. Stop. A lot of black people are saying we're taking a break for 4 years. Stop voting completely. Return to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Serve the Most High God in spirit and truth. Obey his law, statutes, and commandments. Praise him, worship him, cry out to him that he will bring judgment to this country and to those that have taken his children, the true Israelites, the Negroes, scattered to the four corners of the earth into captivity. Cry out to him, just like in the time of Egypt when Moses, they cried out for God to bring a savior, someone to help them. And after a certain amount of time, he brought Moses, led them out of Egypt. We need to be led out of this place. This place is done, judged in heaven. That's why this is the beginning of the downfall. Their enemies are about to turn against them. America's over. Trust. Read the Bible. It ain't me saying it. The Bible says it, and we believe it. Like, share, subscribe. If you would like the channel, if you like this content, please push the thumbs up. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can go to, and this always helps. It always helps. Cash App, $ Judah J Talks 144. That's Cash App, $, Judah J Talks 144. Until next time, guys, love you. Do not go out to protest. Black man, black woman, do not go out to protest on April 5th. Stay away from their foolish attempts to get you hemmed up to try to make you the face of martial law. In Yahushua Hamashiach's name, I give all praise to him. And I thank you guys for attending. Peace.